Hi, Lisa Wilson, Human Resources Cultural Consultant and Leadership Vision Coach. I've had a couple of talks with clients this week, and we were talking about boundaries. We were talking about some, we'll just say poor behavior on their staff's part. And what came up with both was a really beautiful showing of empathy, which I was happy about, because especially, we always need empathy, but especially now with COVID and everything else, everyone's lives have been turned upside down. In Ontario, they just continue to be turned upside down. We just keep getting more announcements of things closing down or more restrictions. So it's frustrating and it's hard to keep up, and everyone's struggling right now. And so having that empathy is really important when you're the leader. However, there's a point of having empathy, but there's also a point where you need to stick to your boundaries. In both of these cases, the leader did show that empathy, and I was very proud of that, but they were letting people go too far. So one was a staff member who just showed up late to a meeting and then had the nerve to say, well, you guys should have waited for me. Well, you showed up 10 minutes late and you didn't have your mic ready and you didn't have anything else ready. So no, we didn't have to wait. You were holding up the team. We weren't going to wait any further for you. And that's kind of the boundary. The whole team didn't need to wait for this one person. It wasn't like there was any reason for her to be late. It was just she didn't show up on time and wasn't prepared. Now, if there are other reasons, of course, you would take that into consideration. But in this case, that wasn't the case. So no, you still need to set those boundaries. But worse than that was the consideration then that you should have waited for me. Well, no, you shouldn't have. And we talked around, okay, that is not behavior that is really reasonable. You hold up the whole team and then expect that everyone's going to wait for you. That's not okay. And it's not really a culture you want to set either. Or it wasn't in this case, if that's the way your culture is, and that's okay too. Whatever you want to set. But as the leader, you need to make sure that you're dealing with those things when they come up. The other example was people venting. And this is going to come up. People need to vent right now. We're all frustrated. We're struggling, and we need to vent. However, there is a time and a place and an appropriate way to do so. Just because you're the leader doesn't mean you're the punching bag. So this doesn't mean it's a free-for-all that everyone can just come in and vent at you whenever they want. They need to come in and ask. And it's something I've been practicing for myself, even with just family members. I talk to my sisters sometimes when I'm frustrated, or friends, and I'll say, hey, I need to vent. Are you up for that? Or they'll do the same for me. Hey, I need to vent. Are you up for that? And the reason being is that sometimes we're not up for it. So as the leader, if your team needs to vent, yeah, sometimes you need to be there to hear them vent. But there is a way to do that. And you can say, look, not right now. No, I'm not available for a venting session. Please go and deal with your whatever emotion it is that you're dealing with in a different way. So send them out, go for a walk in the parking lot, go out to, if you work in a remote area and these people happen to, go outside and just scream if you need to, do whatever it is you need to do to get that energy out, and then come back and talk to me calmly, and we'll solve whatever problem it is you're dealing with, if there's still a problem after you vent. That's the polite way to do things. As leaders, yes, we need that empathy, and yes, we need to be there for our teams, but it doesn't mean we always need to be there, and it doesn't mean we need to be the person all of the time. And just because life is happening, it doesn't mean that we have to put up with bad behavior and allow those things to happen. There are polite ways to go and handle things. I'm not saying that you go in and hammer everyone at every moment and discipline them. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that if you start to allow this behavior, this is the culture you're creating. So one person shows up late to a meeting, holds up the team. Everyone else in the future is going to expect that they can do that. So make sure that you're dealing with it. And there is a balance there. The balance being, yes, you need to be there, but you are also a human being and you need to take care of yourself. So if you're not up to someone's venting at that moment, then say no. Either find someone else or go and get your energy out somewhere else. That is allowed. So April is a big month of events for me. You can pop in on my website and just go to the calendars tab and see everything. I will put the link underneath. I'm doing these now in StreamYard, so I've noticed that my comments don't always show up in all of the different social media outlets. So I will make sure that I go in and put those in. The other thing is, I know everyone's struggling right now and very much frustrating. I always have free 20-minute calls. You are welcome to just book directly in my calendar. That link will also be in the comments. It may not be directly after this. I will put it in the chat immediately. And then I will go in each social media outlet and make sure that it's put in there. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Some of the things that are coming up next week, I'm going to be working with Northern College, their training section, and we're doing a virtual administrative professional symposium. Myself and a bunch of other wonderful women will be speaking on that day. Kate and Lisa from Discover Fitness and Performance and Melanie Vero will also be speaking on that day. So it'll be a great event, lots of great speakers. Hope to see you join us there. There's also an online summit I'll be in called the Business of Tomorrow Summit. It's a really great friend that I've been in a mastermind with for a while, and she has brought together a whole pile of speakers. The event is over 2 days, and we're talking about what business is going to look like in the future, because obviously it's changed through all of this. And the following week, again, online with Connect Ottawa, and online again with Link North, a wonderful group up here in Northern Ontario. If you're running a small business, they have amazing things, so make sure you connect with them as well. All the links are on my website, so you're welcome to come in and join us. So again, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you again next week at this time.